Hey guys, welcome back to the workshop. In this video, I want to take you through the process of making mini clocks with the scroll saw using CorelDRAW as the tool that we'll use to create the pattern. These projects require the 1 and 7/16 inch mini clock insert. You can buy these online at several different locations. I'll have some links on the website to show you where you can check these out. Okay, let's move right on to getting started with creating the pattern because this will take just a few minutes. The first step that I do when I decide to create these clocks is I go ahead and I make uh, the circle that's going to hold the clock. And the way I do that is I start out with two circles. The first one, I draw the circle on the screen, and I don't worry about the size at this point because I'm going to go up here and type it in. In this case, I'm going to make this circle diameter 2 inches round. So we now have a 2-inch circle. I'm going to move that to the side, and I'm going to create another circle. And in this case, I'm going to make this circle 1.4375 and 1.4375. And that is the actual diameter of an opening that the mini clock inserts fit into. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and center both of these up, and I'm going to do that by selecting the first circle and hitting P on the keyboard, and I'm going to select the second circle and hit P on the keyboard, and that gives me the one circle centered inside the other. Now I'm going to go ahead and fill these in so you get an idea of what I'm doing. The outside circle, or the second circle, is going to be red, and we'll make the other one green just for the example. When I go ahead and select both of these together by drawing the lasso around it, it gives me the options up here to do the weld and the different types of subtraction and addition here. In this case, I'm going to do back minus front. In other words, I'm going to subtract this inner circle from the outer circle by clicking on this button. So once I do that, you'll see that now what I have is a circle that we can actually insert the mini clock into. Now this diameter, or this circle right here, will be cut with a Forstner bit, and it won't be scrolled. But in the second part of this video that I'll film tomorrow, I'll take you into the workshop and show you how actually to make this finished project. But today we'll just do the pattern. Okay, we have that, and we can set that aside, and now we're going to create, in this case we're going to make a oval or a circular clock. So I'm going to go ahead and create another circle on the screen, and in this case we'll make this circle let's say 4.5 inches. So we create our circle that's 4.5 inches, and we can go ahead and press the P key to center that. And now let's make another circle, and we'll make this one 4 inches. So we go up here to our size selector, and we'll go ahead and type in the 4 inches into both settings. And now we have another circle that's 4 inches, and I'll press the P key to center that. And we're going to do the same process we did before. We're going to go ahead and lasso both of these together so they're both selected. We're going to do the back minus front, and again that has created a circle there that we can now fill in. And we'll go ahead and fill this in gray. And I think I'll go ahead and fill this one in gray too, just to keep everything the same. The second step of this process is to place where I want the mini clock to be. And in this case, I'm going to set it right here in the corner of that second circle that I made. I'm going to select all of that as one unit, and I'm going to go up here to the weld tool, and I'm going to weld those together. So now we have a circular body for the clock, and we have a circle here that the actual clock insert's going to fit into. Okay, we've got our beginnings here of a clock. We also need a base. So let's go ahead and select our rectangle tool and go ahead and draw our base. And in this case, let's go ahead and make it 4.5. Let's try 5 inches just to make sure we've got plenty of room. So I'm going to go ahead and type 5 into our size up here. So now we have a base that's 5 inches wide, and I think that's looking a little long. I'm going to go ahead and center that base just to see where I'm at. And we'll move it down. And that's looking just a little bit too long. So whoops, looks like it changed on me up here anyway. Let's go ahead and change it back to 5. And whoops, can't get it right here. Actually, we don't want it 5 inches up and down. Let's go to 1 inch top to bottom. and that'll probably work for us. I'm going to go ahead over here to these arrows that allow me to put a little curve into the box, and I'm going to go ahead and change and add a little bit of a curve to this to give us a little better looking base for our clock. And I'm going to go ahead and weld that together with the circles. So again, I'll select everything, click the weld tool, and we have our base. Now that base is probably a little bit deep, so I think I'll cut some of that off. And the easiest way I've found to do that is just go ahead and grab my rectangle tool, select this, again with my selector tool, select everything, and let's do front minus back, and that'll eliminate part of that base. And one more step that we want to take before we call this a finished clock is add a little graphic to this to make the clock more decorative. The best way I've found to do this is to use clip art that you've created yourself using the process that we've taught in the earlier video, where we can import a photograph into CorelDRAW and trace it. Now in this case, I'm going to go ahead and copy this so we can paste it into the next page. In this case, I already have a piece of clip art outlined. I have an eagle here that I want to add to this clock. So I'm going to go ahead and paste the clock that we just created into this page, and I'm going to move this eagle down and resize it until I can get it to where it fits in the clock the way we want. And I'm going to say something about like that. Doesn't quite look the way I want it. Let's move it around until we get it in a position that we like. And that's not too bad. We might end up needing to add a little more decoration down here, maybe something in his claws like a fish or something like that. But for right now, let's go ahead and say this is what we want. Go ahead and select all this. Again, click on our weld tool, and now we have a clock that's basically finished. The only thing we need to do at this point, take our rectangle tool, draw another little rectangle down here. Again, we can go ahead and using the rounded corner controls up here, we can go ahead and round these corners in to give ourselves a little bit more attractive base. And this will actually be the base that this piece right here sets onto. So we'll cut this out, glue the clock to this base, insert our fit up, and we've got a decorative mini clock. And that's really all there is to creating these mini clocks. And with the help of some clip art that you've already traced, you can make just about anything you want with these clocks. So in this case, we'll call this a finished pattern. In the next video, I will take you into the workshop. We'll cut this pattern up, put a fit up in it, show you what they look like, and in that video, I'll go ahead and put the pattern for you to download. Thanks for stopping by the workshop, checking out this video. I know I took this fairly quickly, but we'll be doing several more of these, and I just wanted to give you a taste for how easy it is to create these little mini clocks. Now, there's other design considerations that you can put into this. This doesn't have to be round. You could make this, a rectangle, and you could actually create a scene inside the rectangle, such as, Christmas scenes or whatever you want. So depending on what type of clock you're looking to create, it's virtually endless what you can do. Okay, again, check out www.scrollsawworkshop.blogspot.com for the latest videos and patterns. Thanks a lot. We'll see you in the next video.